Would any of you think to compare the music industry to world poverty? Probably not, but they actually have similar qualities. According to a professor at the University of Dayton, the top 1% of the United States owns 40% of wealth, and the bottom 80% owns only 16%. This relates very closely to the music industry. Because of music piracy, or the United States music copyright infringement, the top 25% of artists sell less records, but the bottom 75% are actually profiting from the piracy. It's safe to say that we all enjoy some kind of music, whether it be rap, underground, rock, pop, country, instrumental, or opera. We all enjoy it from time to time. And if I were to ask the general population at Cal Poly if they bought every single one of their album or a song, I'm sure the answer would be no. Whether they got it through a friend or they got it through a different channel of fire sharing, the United States has deemed illegal and punishment by large fines and possible jail time. But the fact is that music piracy supports what our country is founded on, a fair chance for everyone. These file share programs have become a catalyst for less known artists to reach a new audience and make their dream, creating music for other people to love, actually come true. Through my research, I'll explain how piracy came with the digital era, what record labels have a part in the artist, and what the artist has to do with the piracy. When I was in elementary school, my sister introduced a program where I could download any song for free with a click of a button. This program was called Napster. I used it so much, but little did I know that Napster was starting a revolution. Sean Fanning created this file sharing program in June of 1999 and gained popularity very quickly. By December of the same year, the Record Industry Association of America, or the RIAA, was suing Fanning for the copyright infringement. They said that $100,000 per song distributed over the software was what he was going to have to pay in fines. Can you imagine that? $100,000 per song? That's a lot of songs, a lot of money. This massive lawsuit made public this kind of software. Now we have other software such as Mojo, Kazaa, or BitTorrents. This is what started the modern day music piracy, the Napster program. To this day, the RIAA tries to stop pirating, but since it is so widely used, they can only limit it. One case from Hong Kong, a 14-year-old was caught using this method and is now being fined approximately $10.4 US, or $10.4 million US, excuse me, and actual 4 years of jail time, a 14-year-old. Another case was a graduate from Boston University. He downloaded only 30 songs, but now he faces up to $4.5 million in fines. These punishments are extremely harsh and should be changed. The odd part is that the artists aren't the ones making these lawsuits. It's the record labels are the ones that are pressing the charges. Record labels are not the amazing industry for artists as many may think. Here are some facts to explain how the record labels are actually the ones stealing the artist's money and not the pirators. The artist is given a royalty rate, approximately 9 to 14%, depending on how big or how popular that artist is. So that means the label will give you that much for sales, 9 to 14%. But they also have other terms. For example, for sales in the United States, you get 75% of that royalty rate. And outside the United States, you get 60% of that royalty rate. And actually, stuff sold on the internet, you only get 50% of the royalty rate. So 14%, you only get 50% of your royalty rate. That's 7% of all your profits. So on an average, the artist will make about $1 per album sold. That's virtually nothing. And on top of that, the record label fronts money to the artist to create the album, and the artist gets no revenue until it's paid back. So they basically, on average, it costs about $250,000 to record an album. So that means they have to sell 250,000 albums in order to start making a profit. The record labels are the ones taking from the artists, not the pirators. William Fisher III wrote a book on the digital age of entertainment and explained how the artists do not need the record labels to become popular due to the internet, unlike 30 years ago. Artists are finally starting to break away from these record labels. A few years ago, a popular band from San Diego, called Switchfoot, announced that they were done with their record label, and they could finally write the music they wanted to write. Another very popular band from England, Radiohead, decided to break away from their record label and put their album, In Rainbows, on the internet for anyone to download. They said that you can pay us how much you think it costs. So you could actually download it for free and not have to pay anything. Artists make most of their money from concerts. For example, John Mayer makes about $200,000 to $300,000 per concert that he does at a large venue, and that's not including the merchandise that he makes. So basically, pirating hurts the record labels and helps the artists become more known and fulfill their dream. Piracy shaped the digital music era, and it gave a way to artists to connect to many different audiences, and it actually helps them. I'm not saying go out and download songs illegally so you can help the artist. What I'm saying is that the law twists who the pirating is hurting. It actually is hurting the already wealthy record labels, not the talented artists. The U.S. music copyright infringement should be changed. People that pirate music are actually helping everyone have a fair chance to be successful.